I don't want to waste your time, either mine. I'm about to hand you the most dangerous weapon in existence: knowledge. Not the kind of knowledge you find in books, but the kind that gives you the power to bend others to your will. The kind that allows you to walk into any room and take it over, to manipulate every situation until it works in your favor. This isn't about fitting in. This is about owning every moment, controlling every conversation, and making sure the world bows to your presence. The Sigma male doesn't ask for respect, he commands it. Ready to dominate? Trick number 1, destroying earworms. And never get that damn song stuck in your head? It's like a mental prison, right? The Sigma male doesn't waste time on that nonsense. Take control of your mind. Think of the ending of the song. Your brain can't stand unfinished business, and this little mental hack exploits that. Finish it off in your head and reset your focus. Clear your mind. Refocus. Get back to dominating. Trick number 2, reducing the risk of conflict. Imagine this. You're in a tense group situation, and someone's about to flip their lid. Instead of cowering or retreating, sit next to them. The Sigma male understands that when aggression is bubbling up, it's easier for it to explode when someone's across from you. But when you're right next to them, they're trapped in your proximity. The tension mounts. They can't avoid you. They have to face you, feel your presence, and deal with the threat you impose. You've turned the tables, and now you're in charge. Trick number 3, always agreeable. Want to bend people to your will without them realizing it? Nod while you speak. Subtle but devastatingly effective. People will mirror your actions unconsciously. They'll nod along with you, and suddenly, they're agreeing with you. You're not begging for agreement, you're asserting your control over their subconscious mind. Too much? You'll look weak. Just enough? You're a master of influence. Trick number 4, rock, paper, scissors, domination, quick battle. You know the drill. Ask a question right before playing. It's a psychological trick that forces the other person's mind into autopilot. They'll pick scissors. This isn't some minor thing. The Sigma male doesn't leave anything to chance. Every encounter is an opportunity to win. Trick number 5, fatherly advice. You want to command instant respect? Drop the name of your father. People listen to fatherly advice without question. It's built into their psyche. The Sigma male knows the power of authority, and if you attach your statement to that power, people won't dare challenge you. Whether it's a lie or not is irrelevant. This is about controlling the narrative. Trick number 6, eliminating haters. Someone's got beef with you? Make them do something for you, anything. Borrow a pen. It's a small, insignificant request, but it does something insidious to their brain. Once they comply, their brain starts to reframe their perception of you. You're not an enemy anymore, you've just manipulated them into respecting you. Don't waste a chance to play this psychological game. Trick number 7, the stalker detector. Ever feel eyes on you? The Sigma male isn't paranoid, he's calculating. Yawn. If they yawn back, they've been watching. Simple as that. It's a cheap trick, but it gives you the intel you need. Are they a threat or just a bystander? Now you know. Trick number 8, adrenaline rush on a date. You're not just here for a casual hangout, you're here to control their emotions. Choose an activity that gets their blood pumping: rock climbing, go-karting, whatever. The rush of adrenaline will bind them to you, transferring that energy to their feelings. It's not just a date, it's an emotional takeover. Trick number 9, being memorable. People remember 2 things in the beginning and the end. If you want to dominate an interaction, control these moments. Whether it's a job interview or a date, leave them in awe from the moment you walk in and ensure you close strong. This is how you establish your presence and ensure they never forget who you are. Trick number 10, shoot for the stars. When you're negotiating, always start by asking for something outrageous. Aim for the moon, even if it's beyond what you truly want. When they inevitably reject the extreme request, you've already set the stage for your real demand. Their rejection will trigger a psychological compulsion to agree to a reasonable counteroffer, which just so happens to be exactly what you wanted in the first place. You've manipulated the entire exchange to benefit you. Trick number 11, the great listener. This trick isn't about passively hearing someone out, it's about using strategic listening to control the flow of conversation. When someone speaks, repeat their words or paraphrase them back. This makes the speaker feel acknowledged, but it also gives you the upper hand in the conversation. You're not just listening, you're subtly influencing how they perceive you, building trust, and subtly guiding them toward your point of view. Trick number 12, trust mirror. The trick is simple but incredibly effective. Mirror their body language. When someone gestures or adjusts their posture, match it subtly. This builds an invisible bond and increases trust, making the other person more likely to align with your ideas or actions. It's not mimicry, it's about creating an unconscious connection that makes them more receptive to your influence. This rapport-building technique can tilt any situation in your favor. Trick number 13, learning while teaching. The Sigma male doesn't just absorb knowledge, he consolidates and dominates it by teaching others. When you teach someone what you know, you reinforce your own mastery. It not only positions you as the authority, but also strengthens your grasp on the material. Teaching others is a power move. You solidify your expertise while elevating your status in the process. Knowledge is dominance, and when you teach, you're solidifying your place at the top. Trick number 14, warm hands. You might think shaking hands is just a formality, but in reality, it's a powerful tool for establishing dominance. Warm hands signal confidence and approachability, while cold hands, they scream weakness. When you extend a warm hand, you send a clear message. You're in control. Never underestimate the psychological power of a handshake. It's one of the first impressions that will define how people view you. Trick number 15, eye color. Eye contact can be intimidating for many, but Sigma males don't back down. To maintain steady, assertive eye contact without appearing uncomfortable, focus on the person's eye color. This trick keeps you in control while avoiding the unease that can arise from over-focusing on their pupils. By doing this, you send a message of dominance and confidence. You're not just making eye contact, you're mastering it. Trick number 16, laughing admirers. In any group setting, pay attention to who glances at you when something funny happens. These are the people who admire you or have a connection to you. By watching their reactions, you get a glimpse into their social dynamics. You'll understand who's aligned with you and who might be secretly plotting behind your back. This insight helps you assess who's on your team and who's a threat, giving you a strategic advantage. Trick number 17, getting information. When someone is holding back critical information, don't beg for it or demand it be silent. Ask the question, then let the silence linger. Silence is powerful. It creates discomfort and forces the other person to fill the void. Your silent pressure will break their resistance, forcing them to reveal what they're withholding. Eye contact amplifies this effect, putting the pressure squarely on them. Trick number 18, the snack man. If conflict or tension arises, eat something. It sounds trivial, but the act of eating has a calming, dominant effect. It signals to everyone involved that you're unfazed by the conflict, reinforcing the perception that you're in complete control. Eating also has a physiological effect on others. It makes them feel more at ease and diminishes any growing tension. Use this trick to diffuse chaos and reassert calm command over the situation. Trick number 19, clearing a path. When walking through a crowded space, don't weave around or hesitate. Instead, look where you want to go with single-minded determination. People will instinctively step aside as they sense your confidence and focus. This technique doesn't just clear the physical path, it sends a message that you command the space around you. The crowd moves for you because they feel your power and presence. Trick number 20, conditioning. Human behavior is driven by patterns. To subtly influence people around you, identify a word or phrase they often use and reinforce it with a smile or nod. Each time they use that word, reward them with positive reinforcement. Over time, they'll start to use it even more frequently, conditioned to associate that word with approval. This manipulation of behavior through positive reinforcement gives you another tool to subtly guide and control how others act around you. Here is a bonus: hardcore confidence. Want the ultimate power move? Dive into dark psychology and learn to manipulate at a whole new level. A Sigma male doesn't just exist in the room, he owns it, manipulates it, and leaves no one questioning his supremacy. This is about rewriting the rules of the game. You don't just play, you break the system in your favor. This is your playbook, use it wisely. The Sigma male doesn't just participate, he redefines every situation. These aren't just tricks, they're psychological warfare. Use them, and you won't just participate in life, you'll shape it, bend it, and break it to fit your design. You'll stand above everyone else, controlling every move they make without them ever knowing you've pulled the strings. The Sigma male isn't a bystander, he's the master of the game. This is your blueprint. If you're ready to take what's rightfully yours, the world won't know what hit it.